हेलो स्टूडेंट्स, आज के टॉपिक्स हम थियरी ऑफ सोशल चेंज पे चर्चा करेंगे। इस पर बात करेंगे थियरी ऑफ सोशल चेंज क्या है। तो थियरी ऑफ सोशल चेंज आज हमारा टॉपिक है। टॉपिक थियरी ऑफ सोशल चेंज। सोशल चेंज ये टॉपिक है हमारा। ये पोलसाइंस ऑप्शनल का टॉपिक है, थियरी ऑफ सोशल चेंज। ठीक है, तो आज का वीडियो इसी पे हम बनाने जा रहे हैं। देखिए, आप द डिफरेंट थ्योरी ऑफ सोशल चेंज, मार्क्सिज्म, लेनिनिज्म, मोस्ट सेलिब्रेटेड वन, सच celebrate are partly account of its revolutionary tracks, partly reflect its vision of a classless society। ये दोनों क्या मानते थे, एक सोसाइटी में कोई क्लास नहीं होनी चाहिए, क्लासलेस सोसाइटी होनी चाहिए। मार्क्स और लेनिन दोनों का यह मानना था कि क्लासलेस सोसाइटी हो। While Marx in Engels provided theoretical inputs, theory of social change, Lenin helped in the actualizing the idea. He He reinterpreted Marxism to suit primarily Russian conditions. However, in doing, he gave to complete conception of revolutionary organization. अब अकॉर्डिंग लेनिन क्या है? लेनिन जो है बाद में 1817 में होते हैं। लेनिन कहाँ से रिलेशन रखते हैं? रसिया से। लेनिन रिलेशन कहाँ से? रसिया से। बाद में कब हुआ है? 1817 में। तो मार्क्स एंड लेनिन में ये डिफरेंस था। आगे, situated in the bank of river Volga, the technical rule of tripartite government, a presence of work and present by the capitalist saved his life. Consequently, Lenin dedicated himself to the cause of revolutions of working class. Revolutions के क्या लिए? Working class. From his early youth, he regarded Marxism as a guide to action and accordingly shaped the future of Russia. लेनिन हमेशा रसिया के फ्यूचर्स के बारे में चर्चा करते हैं, रसिया का फ्यूचर कैसे होगा ब्राइट। लेनिन fully believed in the economic interpretations of history. In his opinion, capitalism had not collapsed because it was still in the highest stage. He observed that imperialism is capitalism on the stage of development and with the dominance of monopolies, finance, capital is stabilized, in which the expert of capital has acquired pronounced importance, in which the division of word among the international trust has begun, in which the division of territories of globe among the biggest capitalist power has been compelled. In his work, Imperialism, the highest stage of capitalism, he held the view that it was the last stage of capitalism. This stage is characterized by a monopoly and finance case of capitalism. The capital states became the commodities of export, and two words became insult to few financiers on this basis. Characterized the First World War, war between financial group for control of colonialism. Lenin could state the revolutions and observe the proletariat need state power, centralized organization of forces, organizations of violence, both for purpose of crushing the resistance of exploiter and the purpose of guiding the great mass of population in the work of organizing the socialistic economy. By educating a worker party, Marxism educated the vanguards of proletariat capable of directing and organizing. The new order, being a teacher, guide a leader of toiling, exploiting in the tops of building of their social life, without the bourgeois, against the bourgeois. However, Lenin saw in these changes a new epoch of national liberalism, movement in colonialism. Countries led by expert dependent people, the proletariat of capitalism country themselves. It was this concept Lenin welcomed the defeat of his own nations under state. Lenin conceived capitalist expansion in its global magnifications, but the nations can have social change without being fully developed capitalist economy. However, his theory has the implication mainly in the context of Soviet Union, for his program and policies were instrumental in Soviet conditions. Lenin had complete faith in the theory of class struggle regarding dictatorship of the proletariat, and the most important ingredient of the Marxist thought. The state revolution dealt with the revolutionary transformation. He devised an institution, the Vanguard Party of Worker Party, to lend to the revolution. It was to seize of power and build a government. The member of party would be trained in the art of revolutionary tactics. The out from the core of revolutionaries is the justification of single party is observed in the following lines. The USSR. There are only two classes, worker and peasant, whose interests are being hostile our country friendly. Hence, there is no ground in the USSR for the existence of several parties and consequently for freedom for those parties. According to Lenin, the new state brought, brought by the revolution will be used of embracing dismantling vegetation capitalism. It was either way, only when communism in stabilized. Meanwhile, the party would create the conditions, the realization of communication. It was interested reinterpret and Marxism Leninist theory. In the organization, it was accountable to anyone, could not be questioned for act of commission for commission. He opposed decentralization as a principle of organization of party. Rather, we favored hierarchy, organization with strict centralized machinery. These tenets of Lenin, they have popularized under the nations, democratic centralization, representative system, and parliamentary institution were completely opposed his scheme of things, criticized Contexty and Bernstein does not favor Lenin democratic centralism of rule by party. The particular context is favor parliamentary institution and democratic procedure of elections. Second, Rosa Luxemburg is the apprehensive of Lenin's Vanguard Party. Instead, the belief that Bill became handmaiden of the Central Committee, grated to the serve their interests. Leo Tolstoy says that the minority of revolutions led by Bogart party is against the basic promises of Marxism. इसके बाद हमारे आएंगे माओ से तुंग। माओ से तुंग की कुछ विचार हैं, उस पर भी हम चर्चा कर लेते हैं। माओ से तुंग तुंग इनकी बात है, लेनिन के बाद माओ से तुंग पर भी बात करना जरूरी है। माओ से तुंग माओ से प्ले इन वाइटर रोल प्रोपोगेटिंग कम्युनिज्म इन चाइना। माओ से तुम कहां से रिलेशन रखते हैं? चाइना से। लेनिन का रिलेशन कहां से? रसिया से। he combined the Marxism Lenin with the socio-economic structure of China. While Marx had predicted socialist revolution in capitalism society, Mao brought in predominantly agrarian society. कृषि समाज की बात करते हैं, so that need not always the crucial element of revolutionary change. Mao was a member of Chinese Communist Party. He was deeply displeased by the conditions, the present of guide, the socialist of revolution. He relied on following strategies. Number 8, armed struggle and guerrilla tactics. गुरिल्ला युद्ध के बारे में काफी कुछ ट्रेनिंग दिया माओ से ने चाइना के लोगों को। वर्कर ऑफ लीडरशिप even through Mao emphasized the role of peasantry. He was convinced that only the worker could provide effective leadership. Next, role of village and peasant. Since the revolutionaries predominantly living place be weak, made down stress them, regulate the open of peasant, observe the genetic struggle, peasant the present, upstream the war, for the momentum force, historical development of China and federal society. Autonomy of political will. Mao did not believe that only economic condition can bring about leap. from one mode of production to another. Rather, the belief that political will is necessary for social change. Emphasis on war. Mao was convinced that only through a war that capitalist structure could be dismantled and communism could be installed. Perhaps he favored war to peace off because he saw the latter as the continuation of present system of capitalism. Transform society. For Mao, revolution is not an instrument of power, but to transform the society. It would change both the feudal capitalism structure, install a socialist system, collaborations among peasant worker and bourgeois, national bourgeois. Mao thought the complete social change could not be achieved without the joint effort of the different segment of society. Consequently, the favor role of worker, peasant petty bourgeois, and the national bourgeois. Permanent revolutions. Mao believed that the socialistic revolution was to ongoing of affair. It was last long of remain. Differences with tensions. It motto of abolish of the class division. This is Mao and Lenin. Lenin is the related to Russia, Mao the related to China, but ideology is the same. Social change in society, aim of Mao and Mao Zedong. Difference between Karl and Mao Zedong. Karl Marx is the capitalism's based ideology. But Lenin and Marx economic factor is major, but other factor is not ignoring. ठीक है? ओके देखिए फिर नेक्स्ट टॉपिक्स लेकर आते हैं कुछ और ओके